Damn.
Hello and welcome to PlayStation Grenade. A new free-to-play Battle Royale game became available today. Before you think, oh no, not another BR shooter, you should stick around because the Darwin Project offers something completely different, and I'll run you through everything you need to know. Let's get the basics out of the way first. Yes, this is Battle Royale, so that means only one person can win, but unlike almost all other BRs, this game only has 10 contestants. And the main focus of the game is survival. We have a temperature gauge on screen to constantly monitor as it depletes in the snowy, sub-frozen wilderness. That's where knocking down trees comes in, but unlike Fortnite, no one will be cranking 90s here. The wood is here to craft campfires to replenish our temperature gauge and stop us from freezing to death. This speeds up the game as nobody can camp, so those AFKers won't be in this Battle Royale. We have to move and we have to play smart. So what about the fighting mechanics? In the Darwin Project, they're very simple, they really are. Primary weapons are your axe and bow. But to use the bow, you'll need to craft arrows after cutting down those trees. And that's pretty much it. There are no combos to learn, there are no overpowered weapons reliant on RNG luck. Arrows and axe fights, that's what we do here. Fights can be extremely quick, over in a few blows, but from experience they can last minutes. Using an axe attack at the same time as somebody else results in both blades clashing, pushing each fighter apart. Making some battles like a game of chess, feinting an attack to find an opening to time the perfect hit through. The longer the fight prolongs, the more aware of your temperature you will become, which leads to many fights being fought around a campfire, as heat is just as important as damaging your opposition. This is the perfect time to introduce the 3 classes available in the Darwin Project: Jet Wings, Grappling Gauntlets, and Headhunter Drones. Each have 2 further abilities to choose from in the game lobby. The Jets allow players to use flight and verticality in their playstyle, Grapple allows for quick traversal and grabbing enemies at distance, and the Headhunter Drone has the ability to track enemies, and it'll even cut down trees for you. It's best to try each of these for yourself, as there are many abilities to use and unlock. Too many for this video anyway. For example, the Grapple class has an overshield which lasts a few seconds, perfect for people who just want to straight up get in there and get fighting. The Drone has an invisibility perk, allowing you to conceal yourself and get the edge that way. And finally, the Wings can suddenly jump away from battle and come crashing down too. There are tons more, so try them all out. Let's talk about crafting, as it's one of the most important areas in the Darwin Project. It changes the game. There are 2 materials you'll be collecting: wood, like you've seen to craft arrows and campfires, and Darwinium, which is used to access your abilities. When holding R1, the top half of the wheel is wood focused, and the lower is Darwinium. Using a single piece of wood, you can craft a bear trap which will injure and immobilize whoever stands on it. And when all else fails and there's no wood around, craft a snowball and use it to bring down their body temperature. The key crafting ability from wood is arguably the shield. After taking down 5 trees, a shield may be constructed which will take the first hit you face in combat. Hugely important when facing equal opposition. That extra hit may be the difference between losing and winning epically. Like this. All on this chap. Come on. Come on. We hit those. On the lower side of the circle are your class abilities. Whatever you chose in the lobby screen can be selected here as long as you have the Darwinium on hand. And now comes the depth and also how to get another edge in battle. Each and every time you can afford a Darwinium upgrade, take it. Upgrading your axe lets you hit harder in a fight, and upgrading your abilities can decrease the cooldown wait to use it again, or it may add multiple uses of the same ability, such as your grappling hook. Simply put, if you're not in a fight, get upgrading your equipment for the edge in the next battle. The survival element of the Darwin Project also allows for hunting, for literal and metaphorical reasons. There are robot deer to take down here, in return for health and other goodies like a tripwire. But the hunting is also a key mechanic when searching for enemies. Have you ever played a game and you just simply cannot find anyone to fight? Well, that doesn't happen here in the Darwin Project. Every time we cut down a tree or take some Darwinium, we leave behind a clue for another player. If another player searches that spot, they will be able to see your position. You will be highlighted on the map and on the screen for the next few seconds. You'll also be told on screen, so don't worry too much. In fact, I've noticed that it's actually easier to follow the footprints. That way, the person doesn't know that you're on their trail. Inevitably, you will die in the Darwin Project, and that's where another cool mechanic is found. Like you'd expect, upon elimination, you'll be spectating another player, usually the person who murdered you. Well, get this, you have complete control over the camera. Watch from third person or move the camera around to watch at any angle. It's a great learning experience. Watch the people who win live. See what decisions they make, use it to improve your own playstyle. I'm a sucker for a cinematic camera, so this is probably a bigger deal to me than it is to anyone else. But if you don't want to watch it, don't worry about it. Get yourself out the game and get in another one straight after. You don't have to wait until the end if you don't want to. Another great and potentially awful thing in the Darwin Project is proximity chat. Great for getting to know other competitors and making the game feel more organic, and hearing a voice as it gets closer is great. But yeah, we have to talk about the other side of it. It can open up a gate of toxicity and toxic behavior. Look, we've all been there, we're all gamers, we've all got frustrated and said something unpleasant. It's all good, we all know to move on from things like that. At some point though, you will encounter the scum of the earth you've likely met in H1Z1. Calm down, darling. Do you know what? I bet he's a nice guy outside of his bedroom. Anyway, when that undoubtedly happens to you, realize that there is a report function to get these people out of this game. We are in charge of our own community here. Get rid of the ones who don't deserve to be here. Move on from people like that and concentrate on the great people you meet. I ran into the same players a few times in my first session, and we all remembered each other. Worst case scenario, mute everyone. Best case scenario, you may meet a new friend. I personally love proximity chat, but yeah, you gotta take the rough with the smooth. FYI, touch the touchpad to mute yourself and unmute. Do us all a favour, don't chew down your mic, it's so annoying. And we don't want to hear your mum shouting in another room. Another unique concept in the Darwin Project comes straight from the Hunger Games movies, a director. Let's look at that. If you're watching this and thinking this isn't the game for me, just wait up a minute, this one could be it. There is in fact an 11th player in a typical round of the Darwin Project. This person cannot win, and they cannot kill anyone. Well, they can, but just not directly. Oh, you'll see. They have a specific set of skills to run the match. Utilising a deck of cards, the director can help contestants by offering things like wood or campfire heat. A great director I met online gave wood to anyone who won a one-on-one in the early game. What a good way to reward people. On the flip side though, the director can derail a player's game. In one game, the director deliberately closed the section I was in every time. That was fun. It's okay, I outran the storm and won. Another director would drop nukes to instantly kill anyone who wasn't quick enough to react. When I saw this, I knew I had to be on the receiving end of this. Here's what it looks like when you are nuked from close range.
Nuclear missile has landed at East Zone. You are now dead.
The director has the same free camera ability as we just talked about, so they can see anyone in the game. They also have proximity chat, or they can talk to everyone in the game if they so want to. I had a blast pretending I was a real-life shoutcaster, and with the prospect of custom games, this is going to be epic. Inviting 10 friends to play and directing their battles. This will give the game longevity, and me for one, I'll be running custom games with my Discord family as soon as I can. I'll likely make a video about it too. If you're hearing all this and you're still not sure if you want to do this, maybe it's the competitive play you don't want to jump into straight away. Don't worry, there is good news for you. There is a training mode with bots and AI controlled enemies to face to keep you away from online play until you feel completely up to it. Practice your fighting style, switch up your loadouts, all from the safety of AI enemies ranging from easy to hard in difficulty. And finally, let's look at cosmetics. Yeah, they are here in the Darwin Project. Those spandex onesies aren't for everyone. Like you'd expect, some are paid just like in Fortnite and other BR games, and some are unlocked through playing. Each time we level up, a gift from our fans will be waiting for us. This could have something inside, from shoes to a shirt, from shoulder pads to whatever the heck this thing is. Play to unlock customization and make your character look however you want it to. So there we have it, 10 things you should know about the Darwin Project. I really hope you give this a try. I think there is the start of something brilliant here, I really do. I'm Adam from PlayStation Grenade. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you next time.